Well, first, this has been well documented, and I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of my association with Angelo State. 2 of the best years I've ever coached was there. We had a great administration led by Dr. May. So I'm just really proud of my time there. Cinco, in a lot of ways, is responsible for me having the opportunity that I have today because our 3 years together, he recruited really good players and just one of the best coaches I've ever been around. It was pretty cool today on a personal level. His mom and dad, 2 people that really took me under their wing when I was going through some tough times over my life, were here today. So I just wanted to say that, and I appreciate everybody listening, how much I respect Angelo State and how I'm proud to be associated with that school. Specifically with this game, this is why we scheduled Angelo State. We knew they were going to be good, and I think they passed the test. They got really good players, and Cinco does a great job setting them up to play good, clean, solid basketball. So we got a lot of good out of this exhibition game. We're appreciative of them coming over and playing. They've only been practicing a couple weeks because the NCAA Division II rules are different. And so this is a team that's going to do a lot in their conference, as well as I think on the national level. Just a really good team. We have a lot of respect for them. As far as our team, it was a good night. We shared the basketball, 20 assists. Has to be a high. We got multiple guys right around the double digit. Everybody knows we're a team that wants 4 or 5 guys in double figures. Tonight I think we had 3 and a couple guys right on the fringe. Low turnover game, especially if our big guys will quit giving it to the other team. That'll help us out. And we got to obviously fix our free throws. But I thought we played a lot of good things. And what we didn't do well tonight was not us not playing well. It was Angelo State making us not play well. So, again, a lot of respect for a good team. And I thought it was a great night for us as we try to get better. First of all, let's talk about that run. We had the game under control. And then I think Angelo State beats us 15-3. Right there in the middle of the second half, so give them a lot of credit. Again, it wasn't what we weren't doing, is what they were doing. We couldn't guard them, and they're running great offense. Cinco knows what he's doing. He's got really good players. So as much as I did not enjoy that while it was going on, I think it'll end up being a valuable lesson for us because we were able to call timeout, make some adjustments. We simply thought we needed to win this game down the stretch with our offense because we weren't doing a very good job of guarding them. So we had some high-quality possessions on offense, which helped our defense. We're a team that has to play at a certain pace or tempo to be successful. I don't know a lot about Angelo State's team. I just saw them play tonight and saw one of their scrimmages on film, but it looks to me like they're a lot better than us playing up and down and fast. So tonight we had to get the game under control with the pace, to eventually have a chance to win the game.
Go to Will in the back right.
What do you think about Tommy? He has to turn it over more than he would have liked, but he had a couple of nice shots. What do you think about his first night tonight?
Yeah, Tommy's a work in progress. The other day in the closed door scrimmage, he was the best player on the floor. Tonight, things weren't going his way, but I like the way he bounced back. We've been talking to Tommy a lot about having pro body language and understanding this is a team. Tommy's a guy that has high expectations for his team. He's very unselfish. He's a great teammate. And a lot of times he puts a lot of pressure on himself because he wants to help the team so much. But I thought he did a good job gaining his composure, then going back in and making some plays. And I give Norrance the same thing. I'm just happy to see Norrance out there. At one point in that game, I grabbed Norrance and just said, hey, man, let's take a deep breath here and say, I'm so thankful that you're on this court. Our prayers have been answered to this point, and I'm just glad you're out here. Let's quit worrying about mistakes and just, number one, embrace the fact that you're out here. This is awesome. Now let's settle down and play some good basketball. So we all know Norrance hadn't played basketball in close to 2 years now. It's going to take some time to get the rust off, but he played hard and he made some good things happen. And so we have a lot of confidence in Tommy and Norrance. Those are my guys. I believe in them, and I think they're going to bounce back and play better on Sunday.
Go to Joe in the middle.
Coach, as you mentioned, some problems on defense, particularly in the second half, on the ball, secondary, fast break. But then you seem to flip the switch. You started getting some turnovers and whatnot, and it was like your defense that basically turned the game around. What accounts for that difference? Was it adjustments?
Maybe, but give the players the credit, not the coaches. But what happened was we were having a hard time guarding them. They were going downhill on us. Cinco was telling them to attack the rim. I could hear him saying it in the huddle because I sat next to him for 3 years. I know what he was saying. So we basically just had to get more aggressive with our defense. We got a couple deflections. Our ball pressure picked up a little bit, which was a gamble because they were getting around us so easily. But I thought maybe we got a little bit more aggressive, and that what led to us, having some success. But give Angelo State the credit. I thought it was more what they were doing than what we weren't.
Go to Chuck here, middle right.
Keenan had a great night tonight, shooting 6 of 7 and 3 of 3, and this kind of an indication of the work that he's been putting in to get ready for the season, Coach.
I think so. He looked like a best player out there. He looked like a Big 12 kind of guy. He let the game come to him. I think he only got 6 shots. We can fix that. A lot of that's on me. We'll get Keenan more shots. I didn't think he forced anything. Thought he had great composure. Made some plays on the defensive end. I thought it was a great start for Keenan.
Go back to Joe.
Coach, could you talk about Zaire's potential as a defensive player? And I mean, seeing him tonight, that guy looks like he's got a wingspan of about a 6'8" guy. Getting a lot of deflections and whatnot. Could you just talk about him on that in that regard?
Yeah, to be a great defensive player, first you got to have the talent, the athleticism. He has that. He's an elite athlete. He's got great size for a guard. Number 2, you got to be willing to play really, really hard. He does that. That comes from his high school coach, JT Locklear. His dad and his mom were great. We're both great athletes. So the guy comes to us as a guy that plays hard. And thirdly, you got to be intelligent because you got to learn how to play at this level, especially if you want to play minutes early in your career. And he has all 3. Plays hard. He's athletic. And he's a smart kid. So I think you're dead on. He's going to end up being one of the best defensive players on our team.
Go to Sean, back left.
Coach, you talked about the core four and how important they are for this team and their story. Talk about how you feel they performed tonight.
Well, I thought they led. I thought they got us off to a great start. They had the team ready to play. There was a certain level of professionalism and a good feeling in our shoot-around today. We knew these guys were going to be good. You know, I understand what the Lone Star Conference is about. I understand what Angelo State was going to be. We scheduled the game on purpose. And so we knew that it was going to be a 40-minute game. It ended up being that. And I thought our guys, those 4 core guys, showed some composure. We had some heated timeouts in the second half where I was, you know, pretty much telling the guys bluntly what I thought was going on. And those guys, their body language didn't change. They stayed with it. They looked like a composed team. It felt like a team that I've coached for a year.
Go to this gentleman over here.
Coach, you talked about the importance of the three-point shot in y'all's game. Can you kind of talk about shooting 50% from the field and how that felt?
That's a goal of ours. We never rely on the three-point shot to win a game, but we do rely on good offense and good shooting percentages. Tonight, the three-point shot helped us, but good teams find a way to win games when the three-point shot's not there. That's shot selection, ball movement, unselfishness, being aggressive. I think tonight the glaring stat was the free throw line really let us down. But I believe in our process. Our guys shoot as many free throws as anybody in college basketball. To me, it's a mathematical deal. You know, it's a balanced deal. I predict that the next time we play, we'll shoot the free throw fine.
Go to Rachel in the back.
Coach, Cinco said this week that he kept bothering you to finally get a game against you. And after spending just so much time with him and the history, were you able to just enjoy this game on a personal level? And just how cool is it just for you just being able to play against Cinco?
Yeah, so here's exactly what happened. I don't like to play friends, and I don't want to do it. Dr. May, the president of Angelo State's a good friend of mine, and he's been talking to me about it, but for the first time in our relationship, I was ready to tell Dr. May, no, I don't want to play the game. I told Cinco, I just don't want to do it. I don't like playing friends. It's no fun. So Cinco pulled one on me. This is exactly what happened. He called Mark Adams during the month of July when I was on the road recruiting and said, hey, I talked to Beard. We're all set. We just need to get a date. Coach Adams didn't follow up with me because he knows that me and Cinco are great friends. And so the next thing I know, the game's scheduled. So Adams comes to me and says, hey, Cinco said y'all agreed to play the game. And I said, Cinco just got you. Cinco 1, Adams 0. So that's why we played the game. It wasn't my respect for Angelo State, my love of Dr. May. It was Cinco got me. So I don't really want to play Angelo State again.
Go back to Carlos in the front.
If you could just speak to the way Brandon played today. He had a 3, and then after that he got a charge afterward, which seemed to really kind of keep that momentum going for you late on.
Yeah, I was impressed with Brandon's demeanor. I told Brandon he's going to get an opportunity at some point. He's got to be ready when his name is called, like the letter to Garcia. You know, Google that, friends. You got to be ready when your name is called. And I thought Brandon was. He's a great teammate on the bench. Some guys got into the game before him, and then when his name was called, he produced. And so, you know, Brandon will be rewarded with more and more playing time as he continues to improve and produce. But I was really impressed with his demeanor, his attitude, and what a good teammate he was on the bench tonight. It's a good start for Brandon Francis.
You know, speaking of playing time, Hiron didn't play today. What's his status?
Yeah, Hiron's been injured. Hiron was going through the concussion protocol. He's still going through that. He hasn't practiced in a while, but we're still hopeful that he can get back in time to be a real part of this year's team. He's somebody we recruited to play, but we're respecting the concussion process, and that'd be a question for the doctor and Chris more than me.
We have time for a couple more. We'll go back to Will.
Malik only played that 1 minute to end the first half. Just kind of what was the strategy there, I guess?
Yeah, we're counting on Malik. He's been playing great in practice. He made some real plays in our closed-door scrimmage. It's just difficult to play 3 bigs. We're going to get to the point where we can play 2 bigs together. That'll give a window of opportunity for Malik. But Malik's a talented young guy who's got great basketball ahead of him. Specifically in this game, we had to match up with Angelo State. We had to go small ball because of the things that they were doing. So Tommy and Lawrence didn't get as much time as I would have liked either. But Malik is going to play. He's one of the best big guys that I've ever coached this young in his career. I think he's going to be a big factor. Again, with my predictions, I think he'll be sitting right next to me very, very soon talking to you guys after a big game.
We'll go back to Joe to wrap it up.
Coach, you got about half of your scholarship guys are in the 6'4" to 6'6" range, and then you're recruiting some more guys in that size range. What is it about those sorts of guys you like to have on your roster?
Well, a lot of things. One, length is really important with defense. I think this might be the biggest thing, especially to compete in the Big 12. So we like big guards. We like guys that can make changes, guys that can guard multiple positions. So I don't know if that's something we just look for in recruiting, but we've been very fortunate to get guys like Culver and Z in the same class. Brandon Francis sitting out, but it's definitely an identity. I guess kind of in a dream world, I'd love to have a team one day where you had 5 guys out there could switch everything on defense, and so we're working towards that dream.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.